and welcome back to Love Your Food. This week we have sort of an interesting recipe for you. This is sort of a southern dish. We're doing it with some beautiful fresh green Ontario tomatoes. This is fried green tomatoes. You may be familiar with these from the movie, but they are absolutely delicious and we're going to show you how to make them. So start with our ingredients. We've got these nice green tomatoes. We're going to have some flour, some cornmeal, some buttermilk or kefir. We're actually using kefir for this. And we're going to be frying those. We're going to be shallow frying these in some oil. So whatever your preferred low smoke point frying oil is. So we're going to start. We're going to cut just a very thin little slice out of the top and bottom. We do want some of the insides exposed for all of your slices because the coating isn't really going to stick to the skin very well. So just make sure you've got a good little bit showing on the top and bottom. And we're just going to give these a pretty thin slice. You want them to cook pretty quickly. We don't want to have chunks of sort of raw green tomato in there. So we do want to make sure that they cook pretty quickly in that hot oil. So once we've got them all sliced, we're just going to give everything a good little dash of salt. Now, we want to salt the tomatoes. We're not going to salt the coating because we don't want it to come in contact with the oil because the salt will denature the oil. So we're going to salt them before we coat them. We're going to add a little bit of black pepper as well. And then we'll also season them when they come out of the oil, but we're not going to season the flour or cornmeal. So we're going to get our little conveyor belt going here, our little assembly line ready. We've got the flour there, we have cornmeal, and we have our buttermilk or kefir. This is kefir. It's similar to buttermilk. It's a cultured dairy product. It's quite thick, you can see here. So our first thing is the flour. We're going to give this a good dredge in flour. You want to make sure they're well coated on both sides. As usual, all the amounts are going to be in the description below, but for something like this, really you're just going to be basing it on when they're coated. As I said, you can see there it's not really sticking to the skin very well, but it is sticking to the meat, the flesh of the tomatoes. So we're going to get that from the flour into our kefir. And we just want to make sure that that gets a good coating on both sides as well. And the flour really helps the buttermilk or kefir to stick to it, and from there we are going to shake off any excess and put them straight into the cornmeal. So this is just to get that beautiful crispy outside to our dish. So we're just going to give everything a little shake off at the to make sure there's any extra is still in our bowl there, so we can add it to the others. And we're just going to give them a good little coating of cornmeal on both sides. So anywhere where the kefir is stuck, we're going to hopefully get a nice coating of the cornmeal on there as well. So there you go. Once they are all covered, these are ready to go immediately into your oil. So you want to make sure that your pan is prepared and ready and hot. You don't want these to sit around very long once they've been battered or breaded. So as soon as they're ready, we're going to put those right into that nice hot oil and let them sizzle. So don't crowd your pan too much. You're going to do this in batches. You don't want if you add too much to your pan, it will lower the temperature of the oil as you put cold things in, and it will slow down the cooking process. So you don't want to do that. It makes things turn out oily. So once they're pretty golden on one side, you're going to flip those over. And you can use tongs or a flipper for these, whatever works best for you. And just let them cook on the other side. And once they're done, you want them about the same color on both sides, that nice golden color or golden brown, whatever your preference is. Now they will darken a little bit once they're in the air. Once you take them out of the oil, they will continue to darken a little bit. That's a little bit of carryover. Now you can season these with salt when they come out. We're actually going to season these with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. So we have our nice Parmesan, a microplane grater, and we're just going to give them a little seasoning with that at the end here. And then those are delicious on their own, but we're also going to make some dipping sauces. So first thing is a little bit of a remoulade. So we have one of our homemade pickles here, some homemade ketchup. We're going to add a little bit of, a friend of ours made this homemade mustard, which is incredibly sharp. We're going to add a little bit of that as well. And to that, we're going to add some mayo. So this is very similar to a remoulade. And it's sort of a cheater's remoulade. Very, very simple. We're just going to add the mayonnaise to that. And in our second bowl over here, we are going to add some more mayo. And then we're going to add some of our hot pepper relish, our fermented hot sauce that we made on the channel quite a while ago now. But this is our scorpion and ghost chili hot pepper relish. It's fermented hot sauce. It's absolutely delicious. It's extremely hot. And we're just going to mix it in with the mayonnaise here to make a spicy mayo. So that has a lot of flavor and quite a lot of heat. This is going to be a lot more flavor. It has the pickles and the ketchup, a little bit of mustard in with the mayo, and we're just going to mix that until it's well combined. And those are both great sauces for this. They're very, very simple and really complement that slight sourness from the green tomatoes and that really crispy fried texture of the outside. And just give it a dip, or you can serve it like this if you want a little bit of presentation. And really, that's it. So if you like this recipe, please do like and subscribe. And if you have any recipes you'd like to see Chef Caleb try on the channel, please let us know in the comments below. And remember to love your food.